What's going on, guys? MMA Island team. We are back with the fight picks. And geez, when I was talking about talking about a fight in this is one that I was really excited, but not at the same time to talk about. First, I'll tell you who it is. It's John Dodson taking on Merab the Machine Dvalishvili, the Magician versus the Machine. Man, what an interesting matchup this one is. And I mentioned I wasn't really excited to talk about it, and I think that's mostly because of how close I think this fight is. This is a very close fight in my eyes. You take a look at John Dodson, a guy who has never been finished. That's one thing that stands out the most for me with John Dodson. Obviously, being a little bit of a, as I guess you could say, older, he's 35. This dude has fought some very tough opponents. Just looking at who he's fought, man, the things we know about John Dodson is fast. He's one of the shortest fighters in the UFC, but he is so fast. We've seen him at flyweight, obviously Ultimate Fighter winner as well. John Dodson, man, this dude is fast. This dude can get in and out very fast, and he's got hands, man. Obviously, we saw Nathaniel Wood. He knocked him out in the third round. Man, John Dodson, you cannot count him out. This dude has not been finished. This dude has hands, and this dude's takedown defense is very good. And I think kind of being lower down, it kind of helps his takedown defense as well. But he's going against the takedown machine in Merab Dvalishvili. Man, Merab is a machine, man. This dude is breaking the takedown record over and over again, and he's talking about how crazy it is, passing it on to his takedown average per 15 minutes in his, 6 fights in the UFC. He averages 8.67 takedowns per 15 minutes, which is absolutely unreal. When people talk about Merab Dvalishvili, they say like, oh, he's got 8 decisions, he's only got three finishes, and they're talking about how it's like he's kind of a guy who grinds you out to the decisions. But the thing is with Merab is he kind of does grind you out to the decision, and it's not like he picks you apart like jab, left kick, and he just gets you to a decision, and he just kind of pieces his way there by slowly winning rounds. No, you get up, you go back down. You get up, oh, you go back down. You get held down, you get back up, and then you go back down again. Like Merab just does not stop. The Machine is one of the most accurate nicknames, I think, in the UFC at the moment. I guess you could say John Dodson, the Magician, he could have another very well nickname because this dude is going to pull out a trick and knock out Dvalishvili. Maybe, who knows? This is why I was just dreading talking about this one, because this is a very close fight. Really excited to see how it goes. Man, talking about Dvalishvili in his last fight with Gustavo Lopez, he dominated Lopez. He definitely did. But the moments then when they did get to striking, Gustavo Lopez was surviving for the most part when it came to striking, which I think you'd expect. So if you take John Dodson, a guy who's been able to strike with very tough opponents, and it's just kind of crazy to look at the people that John Dodson has fought and say he's never been finished, fighting the current champion in Piotr Yan, Marlon Moraes, Eddie Wineland, Pedro Munoz, Jimmy Rivera, Manny Gamburian, John Lineker, Demetrius Johnson. And he fought him twice too. It's just absolutely insane. People can say about Merab Dvalishvili, the most thing is that he's never fought a striker the caliber of John Dodson, which could be true. John Dodson has never fought a wrestler to that degree of Merab Dvalishvili, which could be true. I guess Demetrius Johnson, someone you could say is probably a good wrestler as well. I would put Manny Gamburian in there as well. But I don't know, man. This one's so tough. The calculator agrees with me crazily. It's got it at a 51.2% chance. I don't think I mentioned the last one with Jim Miller, and it has it at a 58.5% chance for the winner on that one. But 51.2 for this one, which is so close. And I'm so excited to see what Zach here has to say, because, man, this one's so close, and if you dudes in the comments are out here hating on me because I picked the fight, not what you picked, hey man, go out there and try to make this fight pick video for yourself. Put up a camera and try to talk about this video and try to convince people that you know what you're talking about, because man, when I see this fight, I just think, oh, I don't know. Pass it on to Zach.
So are you picking Merab? You never made that clear.
I will pick Merab Dvalishvili.
Okay.
Not very confident, but I will take him by decision. I think he survives, and he's able to keep Dodson down for the most part.
So this is my MMA hipster pick, I believe. I'm just going to put it out there right now, and then I'm going to explain myself later. I'm picking John Dodson to win. And so let me first talk about Merab Dvalishvili's bantamweight takedown record. Very, very impressive to land 12 takedowns in a fight and then break his record again with 13 takedowns in a fight. That is incredibly impressive. But just like Colby Covington's record-breaking strikes in a fight, this takedown record's a double-edged sword. The fact that you can land 14 takedowns on someone means that you have problems keeping them down. That's a big thing. And I did a little bit of math. I did a little bit of statistics to find out the average amount of times Merab Dvalishvili has shot for a takedown in a fight. And I found out on average, Merab shoots 17.3 times during a fight. 17.3. And those are only swayed because he's landed more than, I think, 17 in all fights except for 2, but he landed like less than 10 in the Katona and Ware fights, respectively. Now we're looking at a striker at the caliber of John Dodson. By far the best striker he's ever fought. Now, can you tell me that if you shoot on a guy 17 times, let's just say that, 17 times, you don't think a striker to the caliber of Dodson will be able to time it? He goes for relatively similar takedowns every single time. His entries are there. It's just that you can't stop them. But you don't think that John Dodson in one of those 17 times can't throw a knee or an uppercut in there? He absolutely can. He's been shown to have that great timing, and he has legit power in his hands. He dropped the bantamweight champion of the world in Piotr Yan, and he knocked the hell out of Nathaniel Wood, who is a prospect the hype train never left. I'm back on. Well, again, I never left. But on the feet, obviously, Dodson has the advantage. I don't think anyone can dispute that. And Dodson's 80% takedown defense in all of his UFC fights, fighting wrestlers to the caliber of Gambiran and Johnson twice. Of course, Dvalishvili is going to land a couple of takedowns in this fight. Of course he is. Will he land as many? I don't think so. And will he get caught on the feet? I do think so, because that's the thing. Once you get put in there with a striker who's way better than any strikers you have been before, you're in the deep water. As Khabib says, you are in the deepest ocean, and it is up to you to see if you will drown. Now, Dvalishvili, he does not have the experience necessary, I believe, to take on the prowess of the feet of Dodson. And the fact that he shoots for so many takedowns, I do believe that it's going to be his fatal flaw. I do believe he's going to get caught with a knee or an uppercut at some point. John Dodson's fight IQ is too high not to let that happen. So I'm going to go John Dodson by a finish. But if this fight goes to the bell, I do believe Merab is going to win. I'm going to have to pick Dodson, though. I have to go with my gut here and my brain as well. But don't get me wrong. I am a huge Merab Dvalishvili fan, and he can absolutely win this fight. This is one of my lower confidence picks, but I have to go with Dodson.
Wow. So, yeah, you got Dodson in this one. I got Dvalishvili here. But, man, this is one of the most interesting fights for me. I typically throw parties for the big UFC events, and 252 is obviously one of them. And when the party comes down to this fight, nobody better talk to me. I'm going to be zeroed in on this. So excited for this fight, man. This is just unreal that when I saw this fight get matched up. And just to go back on it, man, that Ray Borg Dvalishvili fight, we lost a good one there. That would have been a great matchup as well. But we got a great matchup regardless. We want to know what you guys think. You guys got to break the tie. As I mentioned all the time, comment and let us know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you guys check out the other Fight Pick videos.